Hello, welcome back to Luke's Outdoor Adventure. I recently went on a road trip with my girlfriend Jordy to Washington and Idaho. We started taking road trips in 2020 and have been loving exploring the public lands of the US since then. This trip was 6 days, so time was limited. We have a unique style of travel since we like to travel cheaply and to travel to less populated areas. I'll be making an upcoming video on how we travel the US so cheaply. For this trip, we each checked a bag and flew into the Spokane airport. So unlike the typical road trip where you're using your own vehicle, this trip, we booked a rental car through Turo, which is basically an Airbnb but for cars. We had 0 hotels booked, and we're planning on sleeping in our car and tent camping with the tent that I'd brought. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel to follow along my outdoor adventures. Alright, we made it. Got our car. Flew out from San Diego to Spokane. We had some troubles finding our car. Our Turo host had said the car was in spot 75, and we went to spot 75, and there was a truck parked in it. So we looked around, we couldn't find it. I messaged the host, he's not answering. It's 11 o'clock at night. We ended up finding the car in spot 76 in a totally different area. He just gave us a terrible description, but anyways, we got the car. It has a really bad, like, fake scent smell to it, and we're not sure how it's gonna pan out for sleeping, but we're just gonna spend the night. We're near the airport right now in a casino parking lot. We're just gonna get some shut-eye and hit the road early tomorrow morning.
The car smells like an old fart, a singular cigarette, and like a bad cologne, all combined.
So this is where we're camped. We're near this Quest casino. There's other campers in the parking lot too, so we won't be here alone. Definitely fine for some stealth camping here.
Alright, next morning, Friday morning, I'm going to show you guys our sleeping setup. It was not a great night. We got in super late, and the car is not ideal for car camping, but let me show you what we're working with.
So my head position here, we got a nice like back seat that I took it off to give me some more room, but I got my jacket and shoes stuffed back there to like extend it out a little bit more and give me a little pillow. But the problem is my feet. My mat is a little short. I can't extend my legs all the way. So with my legs, this is as far as they can extend. So I gotta go sideways and curl them up, or I can go diagonal, and then I gotta impede on Jordy's space. So I can go diagonal, but then also if I go diagonal, head is not in a great spot. But we're gonna make some improvements for the next couple nights, probably do the tent. We're gonna make some changes for sure. We're excited to get on the road today and see what's out there.
This day was a little rough for us because we didn't get to our campsite last night until after midnight, and we had a terrible night's sleep, so it was a bit of a slow day to start. We typically don't like to stay in parking lots like this, but with our flight getting in so late, this was really our only option. Going into this trip, we didn't have a ton planned. We knew we wanted to head northwest into Washington and then make our way into the Panhandle of Idaho.
Alright, we're at the casino right now. It is super nice. Super clean bathrooms, really nice. They have a little stadium here. Definitely would stay here again. Alright, we're in the town of Chewelah. Last time we were here, we had a really good breakfast. We came to the same place.
Looks like it's totally closed, so we're gonna have to try somewhere new this time. We're a little bummed out. That was a really good restaurant we came last time. Not sure what happened.
One of Jordy and I's favorite things to do when traveling through small towns is to stop at the local diners. This is a really good way to get a feel for the town and some of the local culture. After our breakfast in Chewelah, we made our way into Colville and to Stevens County, Washington. This area is a hidden gem that we found, but this trip we knew we wanted to make it a little bit further, so we were going to head out of Stevens County west into Ferry County and eventually making it towards Tonasket, Washington, which sits just east of the Cascades Mountains. I feel like it starts getting really pretty after Colville. Like it was pretty before, from Spokane to Colville, but I feel like now it's getting like extra pretty. Wow, it's a wide river.
Yeah.
Well, this is Lake Roosevelt, I think.
That would make sense.
Now we're going into Ferry County. Okay, one thing we noticed about this area, we're in the Colville downtown. A lot of commercial buildings that are closed up. Shops going out of business. So it's definitely not a good idea to open a storefront type business. It seems like the successful businesses are like the roofing companies, the painting, like the companies that people actually use, like no fluff businesses that people really need. And I think if not having a storefront is probably better, like a service-based business coming to doing like septic repair or water or plumbing or whatever. Or if you're gonna have a storefront, you gotta have like Ace Hardware was pumping because everyone needs that. So, just entered the Sherman Creek wildlife area. It's starting to get really pretty out here. We kept making our way over I-20 west. The most common route to get east and west through Washington State is through I-90. But Jordy and I like to go through I-20 east and west, which goes through the mountain north regions of Washington. We've done this trip once before, so make sure to check that video out here. But on our last trip, we didn't go any farther west of Colville. So this trip, we decided to go deeper into the state, into Ferry and Okanogan County, which are very small counties in Washington State and have a lot of timber, mining, and agriculture. As we headed over the Kettle Range, which is in between Colville and Republic, there are lots of pull-out trailheads and overlook points, a lot of big country out here. We took a little pit stop along the Kettle Range to do a little hike, as we were probably about 2.5 hours from Spokane now. I like the fresh, clean air. We continued towards Republic and continued to stop at some viewpoints along the way. Let's go. Big country looking like Montana. So we're just rolling up into Republic. It's like a real country and rural out here. We just saw a deer, looks like a whitetail. Just saw a nice squirrel. It's real remote though. We had to go over the Sherman Pass to get here. It was like a big mountain range. Really pretty, windy road. There's multiple pull-offs we can pull off, and there's little recreational sites, viewpoints, or biking spots, mountain biking road. A lot of road bikers. We saw some tandem bikers, which is cool to see. So yeah, we're gonna check out this little town, just enjoy the beautiful scenery, and make our way to our camping spot we have picked out for tonight. Alright, welcome to the town of Republic, Washington. The town's very small, so I'm going to let the camera roll and show you the whole town. The video is timestamped in the description below if you want to skip ahead to a different part of the video. This town reminded me and Jordy a lot like Julian, California, close to where we're from. Definitely a very small town and a lack of jobs here. Absolutely gorgeous in the summertime, but you most likely get about 6 hard months of winter here. Definitely a cool spot to own a seasonal cabin or some recreational land. The town is one main strip and we're at the end here, so we're going to take a right and go into the residential areas.
basketball.
After driving through the town, we decided to take it on by foot. A lot of mining and timber history in this town. Definitely feels like old school America. Saw these 2 tandem snowmobiles for sale in a parking lot off the main road. Definitely goes to show you what winter's like in this neck of the woods.
But this is like these are both tandems.
The town of Republic is basically surrounded by public national forest land. I'll definitely be back to recreate in this area.
Alright, out here at the farmer's market. Picked up some Orville cherries. Real nice. $5. Nice color to them.
Alright, heading down the hill into the valley of Tonasket, Washington. The scenery of this area totally has changed now. The rain shadow effect of the Cascade Range is in full effect now. Although I'll say the dry part is mainly the valley of the town of Tonasket, the surrounding areas have tons of pockets of deep forested areas. As you'll see from our campsite tonight in the Loomis State Forest, which sits just west of Tonasket. This town's scenery reminded me a lot of Laverton, Utah, which I spent 2 years in running my e-bike business. If you haven't checked those videos out, make sure to check them out. I'm going to be showing the whole town of Tonasket, Washington, so go to the timestamp below if you'd like to skip ahead.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league.
We took a quick pit stop at the local grocery store to pick up some dinner before we head about 30 minutes west of Tonasket to the Loomis State Forest where we'll be camping tonight. We took a quick detour down a road where there were some cherry and apple farms to check out the farms, as this area is known for its apples and cherries.
She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way
This is a time lapse of us driving to our campsite. I love how the scenery changes from this dry, open area to deep, big country, dense forests.
she's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me.
All right, we made it to our campsite. We're at some Washington state land right outside of Tonasket, Washington. Oh yeah, we got our day pass. They said to write your transaction number on your on a piece of paper, but all we had is a napkin. So we got a nice hillside. The description said that there is bighorn sheep in the area, so we're gonna keep our eyes peeled. We just realized that we don't have any fuel for our dinner, so we're gonna have to make a fire, boil some water. We got pasta on the menu tonight. Car is all organized. Tents made. Got our setup. Gonna do some relaxing. Make some dinner. Maybe go on a little hike. Look for some wildlife. It's a windy one tonight, that's gonna be for sure. Hopefully no rain.
It just feels so good. Like I'm like stretching straight and I'm still not even touching the end.
After a long day of driving and unpacking and setting up camp, Jordy and I took a nice walk through the forest exploring the area around our camp. Well, it was dinner time now, and we had a classic camping meal on the menu tonight, spaghetti and red sauce. About as basic as it gets, but it's a nice and easy meal to do while you're camping. We didn't bring any butane on this trip, so we'll be cooking all our meals the old-fashioned way under an open flame.
Can I put a couple more in just to make it like easier as places?
You can go through there. Filling up the water bottles and we're gonna go on a hike. You think so?
Just a little bit.
Both of us?
Yeah.
moose, bear, sheep.
I was thinking bighorn sheep, not mountain sheep.
Is it mountain sheep?
Well, look at its horns.
This is about where we're at right now. Fish Lake Road, just beyond the lake. Dispersed camps off the side of the road in this really cool wildlife area. This is pretty cool. Shows what kind of animals are in the area. Doesn't even show deer up here, which is interesting. I thought it would, but moose, wolf, mountain lion, goat, bear. So this is exactly where we're at, Blue Lake. We are here.
But for some reason that helpful, like...
Some sort of fur. Is that a shit? I don't see, it might be a shit.
Ew, don't touch it too much. I'm so fucking happy. I was like, yes, we should use the tarp on the ground.
Oh yeah, I almost said we shouldn't use the rain tarp on the ground. Alright, Saturday morning. The Loomis State Forest. That's where we're at today. The Loomis State Forest. We're waiting for a break in the rain. We're gonna get up, pack it up, get on the road, get some water, get back to service, go find a little cute breakfast diner in a small town, gobble up some eggs, and keep making our way on the road.
We're getting out of here. Shove the tent in the back. All the dry stuff. Wet. Whoa.
We're on the road back on I-20, heading back towards Tonasket from our campsite. Gonna resupply there and then head towards Republic. Alright, had our breakfast in Republic. We're about to hit I-20 going east and gonna go to Colville, Walmart, get some supplies, and then head over to Idaho into Priest Lake. On our way back over to Colville, we took a little pit stop at the Coeur Lake State Park north of Republic. Today was a rainy and cold day. As we headed back over the Kettle Range, we started to hit freezing temperatures and snow began to fall. Wow, this is crazy. This is June. I guess we're just really high up there.
Yeah.
I guess it's moisture and then it's just cold, so it's snowing.
Yep. That's crazy. Up there. Not up here.
We made it back to Colville. We just went to Walmart. I had some issues with my phone charging. Somehow I got some stuff lodged in the charging hole. I think it's drywall from the recent renovation project I've been doing. But it's not working, so I got a charger now where the phone sits on top to charge. My phone's seen better days, but it's still working. We got a charge going. But now, yeah, we're gonna just drive around Colville, check it out. It kind of reminds us of a hurricane version in Utah. It's just more mountain version. Just like similar size, Walmart. It's pretty interesting, the similarities. It's pretty funny. So we're just gonna drive around, check out the town, and then we're gonna head over to Newport, Washington, and make our way over to Priest Lake, Idaho for this evening camping. It's been raining off and on. We went through that snowstorm earlier. It's still a little gloomy, but it says rain should be done by 3 p.m. It's about 1 p.m. now. Welcome to Colville. We're gonna be driving around the neighborhoods and the main drag, just kind of showing you the town and documenting the area. We're about 70 miles north of Spokane here. Going through some big rain cell. It's so loud. You can't even, oh, you can see it in the sky. This is crazy. It's so loud. You can tell. All right, we're approaching Newport. It's about 3:10 p.m. We've been having some car snacks, just enjoying the ride, looking at the back road homes. We're now in Panhandle County, and we're gonna stop and take some showers while we can before we head over to Priest Lake to do some camping for this afternoon. All right, we just got showered up. We're leaving. We're around Diamond Lake in Newport. Just got a shower. We're gonna go to the town of Newport, get our stuff a little bit organized, and then head to Priest River for the camping.
And clean.
All right, we just entered into Idaho. We're going over to Priest River to get some dinner for tonight. We're gonna get some sausages and polish off that spaghetti sauce and pasta we had from last night. And we'll do some grilling, grill up some of the rest of the sausages and see what else is in store at the grocery store for us. Hopefully we can find some huckleberries or some huckleberry milkshakes. After resupplying in Priest River, Idaho, we made our way north up to Priest Lake. We checked out the state park here, but decided to camp in some dispersed logging roads instead. Priest Lake camping spot. Way up here in State Forest. It's a little brisk out. It's nice. It's supposed to be a waterfall around here. Hopefully we'll find it. I can hear the creek. There's some big shit. Yeah, it looks like probably elk or moose. Got some sky here. It's bigger. It's definitely bigger than deer.
God, it could be anything. Even a snowshoe hare.
Let's look at moose.
Moose is more, I don't know. Do you think that's 1/2 inch in diameter to 7/8? That's smaller than half an inch.
Yeah, we got elk.
7/16.
I think it's elk.
I don't know what it looks elk-like.
Don't you think?
What about the deer?
Could just be a big deer.
Yeah.
Just a bigger deer than.
Yeah.
Because usually deer shit I see is like smaller.
All right, we can get some water.
Okay.
Could you give me a new GoPro battery?
Stop one second. Let me get this, please.
I'll get the sauce and mix it up.
I was thinking more smashed, or no?
More?
I don't know.
You want it thick because the fire's hot as fuck.
Oh, okay. I got it.
After cooking dinner and setting up camp for the night, Jordy and I decided to hike around where we're camping. To our surprise, we found a rushing waterfall probably about 100 yards away from our campsite. Unfortunately, after this trip, I had some issues with my hard drive and it crashed and I lost the footage of the waterfall, but I attached some pictures here.
Alright, it's Sunday morning, but it's Sunday morning of the trip now. We're at Priest Lake, Idaho, camping in some state forest land. Pretty awesome area. There's about, I think it's 220,000 acres of state land here around the lake. We're on the east side of the lake. On the east side, there's only select homes that have been sold off, a private party that allowed to build lake houses. The rest of the shoreline around the lake seems to be state land, leaving it undeveloped so people can recreate. I'm walking on a logging road right now. Seems like there's a lot of selective logging out here, so a lot of forest management, and then recreating. A lot of people with off-road vehicles. It would be really cool to have a Polaris or ATV type vehicle out here. No gates, love that. You can just drive down these forest roads. Like the road we're on now got us to that little waterfall, which we got to last night. You can see, I'm gonna show you the main road down here. So we got the main road down there. You can see in the bottom right, there's a little wall tent. Someone has a property down there and they got a little wall tent set up. They're camping or living out of it. But yeah, I'm liking it a lot. We're having a good time. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I'm gonna call my dad in a bit. Originally, we were planning on going down south to St. Mary's, checking out south of Coeur d'Alene, seeing that area, but we've been doing a lot of driving. It's been awesome. We're liking it a lot. But I think we're gonna maybe chill today, go to Post Falls, see Jordy's cousin Abby, take advantage of some amenities, maybe shower, laundry. The sleeping has been amazing, actually. It hasn't been bad at all. I will say last night was freezing though. My phone went completely dead. The GoPro wasn't working this morning. It was pretty cold. I stayed warm. I think Jordy stayed pretty warm. I'll have to talk to her. She's still sleeping. It's about 6:40 right now. The sun just rises so early. I got my 8 hours and I couldn't sleep any longer, so I just got up, started moving because it's cold. Figured I'd just start recording, making a video. You can see the lake behind the trees here. Once we get up and get going, I'm gonna hopefully see if we can get down to the lake somehow. It's hard to access it because it's just sheer cliff down at the lake, but I'm sure there's access points. One thing I really like about this area is there's so many lakes in the whole general region and recreational spots that it's not crowded or busy at all. It's a Saturday in the summer. We are at this spot. There's 5 little dispersed campsites on this logging road. We're the only one here. There's been no person to drive by. We're at this amazing waterfall. Literally no one here. It's weird from where we're from to see this little of people in such a beautiful area. The last couple nights too in Washington, there's no one around. A Saturday summertime. There's just so many lakes and so many forests that I think everyone's a little more spread out, and there's less people, of course.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest. Tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter's snow? Tell me and be honest. Tell me, should I've known that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow? I try my best to move on, to let go.
We're leaving the town of Priest River right now. We're heading south on Highway 41, heading to Spirit Lake. Alright, we stopped in Spirit Lake, tried to find a cafe. They told us it was an hour wait, so we kept going south. We're down in Athol now. Went to another cafe. It's absolutely packed. It's Father's Day, so all these small towns, they have about like 1 or 2 cafes and they're just absolutely slammed. So I think we're gonna try to find a drive-through and just get some fast food that way. There's a lot of little mobile modular drive-throughs off the side of the road, so we'll maybe go try one of those. All right, we got our breakfast at a little drive-through Spirit Lake coffee shop. Jordy got a breakfast bagel, I got a burrito, got a mango smoothie.
A latte.
We're gonna wolf these down, and then the town's having a little parade for Father's Day, so we're gonna check that out. I think they're racing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's a race.
It kind of seems like go-kart.
We back at Paul Bunyan's. It's good. Alright, we just had our Paul Bunyan's and Raft Drum. We're gonna head to the market. We're gonna meet up with Jordy's aunt and cousin in a little bit here. They're in Post Falls. We're gonna go get them a little gift at the market here. A little bit of huckleberry wine, a huckleberry vodka, or something like that. So we'll get them a gift, and then we're gonna meet up with them in a little bit. When we got to Nanette's house, she had this black stone grill that she didn't know how to put together, so I offered to put it together for her. Black stone, all set up. Jordy's cousin Abby was nice enough to offer us her room, so we had this bed to stay in for the next couple nights. After settling in at Abby and Nanette's house, we decided to go to Lake Coeur d'Alene and go on a little boat ride. Alright, we're here at Abby's house. I'm gonna get the car organized. We're gonna go over to the Coeur d'Alene Resort and have a gooey. It's supposed to be like a Huckleberry Sundae type thing, but I gotta get the car organized because we're gonna have some back seat passengers.
Thank you. Wait, I need a picture of this. Expeditiously.
Is that just pure huckleberry?
That is incredible.
Wow.
There's huckleberry, there's something. Do it next to my head.
Yeah! After indulging on our huckleberry gooey, we decided to take Abby's dog Bowie to the park to get out some of his energy.
Bowie, go run! Go run! Go run! Go run! Go run!
Oh my gosh!
I made eye contact. Hey, Bowie, go run! Go run! No, go run! Go run!
I want to see him do that sprint again.
He was coming right out. He's like slamming his head.
Alright, it's Monday morning. Yesterday we had a nice day seeing Jordy's cousin Abby. We stayed at her house last night, so no camping. We finally got to sleep in a bed. It's Monday morning. We're gonna get some breakfast right now. So we're in Post Falls, Idaho right now, but we're gonna go into Spokane Valley, check out Spokane a little bit, get some breakfast in town there. All right, back on the road again. We're heading south to the town of St. Mary's. The plan for today is just explore the area via car, check out little towns, and do a nice loop back up to Coeur d'Alene.
I think I like St. Mary's so far.
Yeah.
Well, West End, the route I went through by the name of Susan was
Neat little town. Alright, we just did a little drive this morning. It's Tuesday morning of the trip. We went from Post Falls down to St. Mary's, Idaho. Had a little breakfast at the cafe in town. It was really good breakfast. I had the best chicken and waffles I've ever had with the honey syrup. Then we made our way to Santa, Idaho, because I have some family friends. They have a brother that lives there and does some homesteading, and checked out the area. It was really pretty, really nice area. Then we cut over to Potlatch, Idaho. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. And it was really pretty, kind of a mix of farm grass, rolling hills, like Palouse-like, and then pine trees. And then we went up to Plummer, Idaho, into the reservation and checked that out a little bit. And now we're in Post Falls and we're gonna check out some shed houses.
I liked Potlatch. I liked the nice rolling hills and the forest, and I liked the drive from Coeur d'Alene to St. Mary's. Like, once you leave Coeur d'Alene, it kind of automatically gets more like naturey and natural and nice.
Nice little shed here. I like the roll-up door. We were saying if this was a little studio, you could have a patio outside, and then these doors roll up to the patio. Yeah, a little kitchen over here. Got the loft going up there. After our adventuring south of Coeur d'Alene, we got together with Abby for some Rogers hamburgers. This one is in downtown Coeur d'Alene, and it's just like a Five Guys.
I'll say hi, Grammy. Bowie, sit. Good boy. Lie down. Good boy. Stay.
This is how you trade a service animal right here.
Come. Good boy.
After our lunch at Rogers, we headed over to Newman Lake for a little more adventuring before the end of our trip. When we were driving up the mountain, we spotted a moose and her baby. It's hard to see from the video, but we got a little bit of footage of it. We were up by Huckleberry Mountain, but unfortunately it was a little bit still too cold for the huckleberries to come out. But I'm still on my quest to identify a huckleberry plant and find some wild huckleberries. For our last night, we went out to downtown Coeur d'Alene to this Kava and Kratom bar. There we go. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be any pool hustlers coming out of this group.
Dunk's gonna prevail.
Oh!
Oh, we got our mojo back.
Okay.
You want, hit it like on this side, so it goes. Yeah.
Yes!
We had an early flight scheduled for the next morning. It was a great trip, traveling around eastern Washington and north Idaho. This is our second trip out here, where we flew in and rented a car on Turo. We love this way of travel and we'll definitely be back here to do the same, or potentially go to some new areas around the United States. I'm going to be making a more in-depth video about how we do this kind of traveling, and I'll be making a condensed version of this trip. If you stuck around for the whole video, thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel.